these.
Perfect.
People forget, you need to also wipe off this guy. It's more dirty than a toilet seat.
Exactly.
This is gonna be the most useful intro I've ever done.
Yeah.
Okay guys, so in today's YouTube video, I want to discuss 6 tips that I would have loved to know when I started out as an online coach. In the beginning of your training career, there's a lot of stuff going on. It's very easy to make mistakes. So I just want to briefly talk about my 6 best tips in order to get started. Guys, so my first tip today is don't give out your phone number. Don't tell people that they can call you up. Okay, if you want to be an online coach, it has to be online. The thing is, if you educate your clients in that they can text you whenever they want, phone you whenever they want, you can charge $200 per month because it's gonna be too cheap. You're gonna spend too much time so you can't grow. You're gonna get stressed. It's gonna be very exhausting to be a coach. So that's why don't educate your clients in doing that. If you teach them to be available all the time, they will be disappointed when you don't answer them for one day in a phone call. They're gonna call you up 3 times a week. Like, it's gonna be too much. So from the get-go, you need to explain to people that it's gonna be online, it's gonna be through your app, the Zenfit app, for example, in order to just control every single client so you can help them out as best as possible. If someone wants to have personal calls, you should probably tell them, yeah, that's okay, but it's gonna be $200 an hour and it's gonna be per 15 minutes that we're gonna do this. That way you're gonna teach your clients that your time is valuable, that you are a great coach that has a high rate, so they will be even more thankful to just be able to work out with you online for only $200 a month. I had a talk yesterday with one of my growth trainers, and he was explaining to me how it backfired right now that everybody has his phone number. He has been normally answering back in the chat 3 times a day. He has been answering their text on his phone, and he's been also replying to their phone calls. So right now, some of his clients, if he doesn't reply their calls, even if they call 9 o'clock in the evening, they think they have a shitty customer service. It's not because these are shitty clients, it's also because he educated them in that he is available, so they think this is okay. When you know that, for example, when I contact my accountant or my lawyer, I know it's $300 per hour, I really respect their time and I think twice before I contact them. Okay guys, so my second tip is have structure in your work routines. When you start out as an online coach, you don't have to be in the gym all the time as you did when you were a personal trainer. Right now, you're maybe gonna work from home in the beginning, meaning that the dirty dishes in the kitchen are calling, all the dust on the floor suddenly seems more interesting than recording video. So there's gonna be a lot of procrastination if you don't have structure. So a cool way to do this is just initially write down your tips. I already did a video about having a calendar, just a very, very simple one, where you say, okay, every Wednesday for 4 hours, I'm gonna create content. Every Monday, I'm gonna reply all my clients, do their check-ins, so you know there are certain tasks to do, just like if you had any other job. Having that structure is gonna help you so incredibly much. For you, if you don't have that many online clients right now, this is still gonna be an efficient way for you to get started getting more clients, because you know every Wednesday you need to record content in order to have something to post on your social media profiles or to have to post on your sponsored ads to get in more clients. So it's a very good way to have this structure so you can just tick off that day that you did all the tasks and everything is in sync. So having structure is gonna improve your gut feeling, improve the just feeling of being an online coach. It's gonna be awesome when you know that you are just evolving every week. You're gonna learn more and more. So it's gonna be super important to have that structure, have a calendar, put in your goals from the beginning. Yeah, so Will, he just told me something interesting, that his girlfriend is helping him having the same structure because he knows how to record content, but having a certain structure, having daily tasks is helping him to be able to grow. I've been helping him with a lot of PT clients that he's now recording videos for. So his business is booming. The same with trainers. A lot of the trainers, they know how to do PT services, they know how to educate, they know how to train people, but it's still so much harder than you think to have that structure. But there's just a side note. This is my tip number 3, and that is content is not where you should be selling yourself, okay? When you're recording content, it should only be about showing people who you are. You can get more clients than all the trainers out there that are doing shitty promotions all the time about they have 5 clients left if you just show your personality. Your personality is gonna bring down the fear of choosing you as a coach. Some coaches, they can be intimidating. They are in great shape, they look great. If an obese people should choose you, it's really nice for them to know that you're also a good guy, that you're not just some superficial person who only focuses on eating 6 meals per day, eating certain amount of rice, chicken, broccoli every time, but actually show them how it is to just be a normal person, that you also binge donuts once in a while, that you also make mistakes, that you also have fears. A lot of this stuff is just gonna make it much easier for you in the long run to get in clients. I have this rule, 60-30-10 rule. It's basically that 60% should be educational, 30% should be entertaining, and only the last 10% should be something like, hey, if you want to learn more, then just go swipe up, or just click on my link in my bio, or click the link in my description here on Facebook, and we will have a free consultation together. As a social media person, as an influencer, as a coach, as a business owner on social media, it's your responsibility to make it interesting in the stuff that you are documenting. So remember that. You can document something so it looks like fucking shit. It's gonna be so boring that people are gonna fall asleep. If you wanna do content that are interesting, just think about what is it that your clients wanna know? How can you do it in a different angle than everybody else? I know it seems very obvious when I say that, but it is just spending 5-10 minutes thinking out the box before you record the video. A lot of trainers that just record themselves being in the gym recording a bench press. Who gives a fuck about how many kilos you lift? They want to know why should you do these exercises. Just explain them why and have it in mind when you're recording the content. Okay, so my 4th point is you need to set aside time in order to brainstorm your content, because many trainers, they give up after 10 seconds of brainstorming. They're like, oh, I'm not an inspired person. I can't do content. But Lasse, you're so great at it. How did you learn? By fucking test it out, trying it out, make some fuck ups. I'm doing a webinar right now where I haven't been structured enough. We are doing some hiccups with the webinars, but I'm learning how to improve my next webinars by doing this stuff. I would suggest here in the beginning, you probably need 10 minutes just to come up with your first video. But those 10 minutes are so well spent that you're gonna use some brain activity you're not used to in order to just be more creative in the long run. I was not inspired. I was not like, oh, I have 1,000 ideas. Let me do a YouTube channel. It came little by little.
Again, watch the brainstorm video.
Yeah.
Part 1 and part 2.
Yes. So do that. There's gonna be some links. If you're watching this video on the IGTV, then please just use the link in my bio and you will be able to go to my YouTube channel, watch all the other great videos and subscribe to my channel. That will mean the world to me. So my next point, point number 5, is a little bit personal. It's something I've experienced firsthand and it sucks if you don't prioritize this point. It is you need to prioritize your sleep, your health, avoid stress, remember to work out yourself. I know it's really nice to make a lot of money, but also remember, just work out, eat healthy. You don't need to sacrifice your sleep. You can sleep 7-8 hours. You just need to go to bed earlier. You need to have that structure that I mentioned in point number 1, and it will be much easier for you to get 6-7, I would actually say 7-8 hours a day, and you will be much more inspired the day after. So for you, you maybe also figure out or find out that you also need to work out before meeting up with your videographer or before you're doing your content yourself, because then you're more energized. But I really want to do my workouts at least 5 times a week because I know it's going to help me stay in shape, my self-esteem, my energy, my happiness are just increasing when I'm doing my workouts. When I was a coach, I did my workouts in between clients. And sometimes I only had 1 hour. I had to change, I had to get started. So maybe I had 40 minutes to do my own workouts. I was teaching people to try to work out for 1 hour at a time, and then I only did maybe 30-40 minutes myself. I was eating protein bars, snacking protein bars all day long in the gym because I didn't have time to even prioritize my own lunch. Like, it was so stupid, and looking back I was like, fuck man, I wish I could see myself now and see how you can actually run a business where everything is just streamlined and really relaxed. I have had stress, I have been having some anxiety attacks, Due to lack of sleep, too much food, from when I was waking up, I was checking emails until I went to bed when I finished my inbox before going to sleep. Like, I had so many bad habits that was just going on for way too long. So remember your structure, remember to think about your own health. Put away that phone an hour before you go to bed so you can actually relax faster and fall asleep. My last tip is about improving yourself. It's so personal, man. Improving yourself. If you have any doubt about how to become a better salesperson, go on YouTube. Watch my videos about sales, or go find somebody else with millions of views where you can learn how to improve your sales. The same with paid ads. We have some trainers running their own paid ads and they are doing great. They spend their own time doing it, but they save money on having us or some other company to do it. And now when they do their own paid ads, they understand the process of why should you do paid ads, what kind of message should I do in my videos. All that stuff is gonna improve yourself. It's gonna be epic. Reading books is also something that I really recommend people to do. Audiobooks is fine when you're doing your 10,000 steps a day or when you're walking your dog or something. I'm also listening to podcasts with people that inspire me. I know some trainers still listening to motherfucking CEO Andy Frisella, and that's inspiring them to visualize the Lamborghini, the private jet. Like, he teach people to really think big. You can also get that from podcasts. You can get that from Gary Vee as well.
What would you do if you could just do it all the time?
Dan Martell. There's a lot of people out there that are great in just teaching you to grow a good business, or teaching you why you should sleep, teaching you how to improve your business. When you learn to improve yourself, you are able to bring your A game. It's going to be much easier for you to improve because you're watching and learning a little bit every single week. This is where I see the difference from regular trainers compared to the amazing trainers we meet. We have some trainers growing from 40 to 100 plus clients within a few months. I can't tell you the solution, like why are they growing so much, besides that they are willing to learn. They are implementing stuff the same day. They are writing down stuff in their book when I have the calls with them, compared to other coaches. They're sitting in their cars because that's the most convenient thing for them to have a call with me when they're doing that. Do you think you can drive a car and then still learn a lot of new stuff and store that information at the same time? I bet you won't be able to do that. So having that, taking it seriously, like when you're in school writing notes to your homework or what your teacher is saying, so you remember that stuff. That's what I see is the biggest difference from the ones who are going from a burp to 100 clients, no, going from 40 to 100 clients, or even going from 1 to 40 clients. Like, it doesn't really matter, but they are listening. They're go-getters. They want to do this stuff. They're not doing it and expecting to lean back and paid marketing will be the way for them to grow. No, everything counts here, okay? Guys, I really hope you liked this video. If you did, please give it a like, subscribe to my channel. If you have any questions, any feedback, anything you want to know in my next videos, then just go right in the comment field. Okay guys, thank you so much for watching. See you next time.